We cannot afford to have auditors that will be complicit in the malfeasance they are expected to prevent. And certainly, we do not need incompetent auditors. From what is euphemistically termed petty corruption to what is called grand corruption, the truth is that corruption thrives when no one is checking.
The President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has said the nation cannot afford to have auditors who are complicit and incompetent, as corruption thrives when no one is checking. Delivering his address at the opening ceremony of the inaugural District Auditors Conference held at Kumasi in the Ashanti region, President Akufo-Addo affirmed the importance of auditors in the country, stating that district auditors provide the first line of defense in protecting the public purse. Using the Public Procurement Authority as a test case, the President revealed how the work of auditors at the authority saved the country some 2.3 billion Ghana cedis.
As district auditors, you constitute the first line of defense in the protection of the public purse. If you do your job well, you provide an independent and objective assessment of your district's operations in the accomplishment of this goal, specifically the effectiveness of its internal control structure. When something is wrong, it can be quickly discovered. If district auditors are working well, structures of governance will work smoothly. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. An example of what happens when public officials like district auditors do their work. I've been made to understand that the Public Procurement Authority, by simply reviewing contracts brought before it for approval under either sole sourcing or restrictive tendering awards between January 2019 and August 2021, recorded savings to the tune of 2.3 billion cedis. In 2017, my first year in office, the savings made over the year as a result of such reviews amounted to some 800 million cedis. This is what can happen when our institutions work. In all of 2017, the year before I took office, the authority made zero savings.
President Akufo-Addo said district auditors, working as they should, will benefit the state in numerous ways. He said his administration since 2017 has increased significantly the resources of district auditors and improved the logistics of the audit service to make them discharge their duties and functions effectively.
District auditors, working as they should, would bring confidence into the public sector. District auditors, working as they should, would keep in check not only the lowly clerk, but also the district chief executive, and ultimately, the audit service will check even the president. District auditors, working as they should, do not generate any drama, but working quietly and effectively, they ensure the smooth running of their districts. It is an undeniable fact that budgetary allocations from accountability institutions actively engaged in checks and balances in the public sector, including the audit service, have witnessed unprecedented increases since I assumed office in 2017. In addition to the provision of requisite logistics, the digitalization agenda of government, which is seeking to bring the benefits of the fourth industrial revolution to our economy, will also help the auditor in the effective and efficient discharge of his or her functions.
President Akufo-Addo used the occasion to reiterate government's resolve to digitize government services and expressed his confidence that the move will provide significant benefits to citizens.
In our quest to make the Ghana card the primary source of identification to address services, to access services in the country. Majority of Ghanaians have been enrolled onto the National Biometric Identity Card, amounting in all to 15.9 million persons so far. I'm confident that this move will enhance coordination among state institutions such as the Audit Service and provide significant benefits to citizens. The overall objective of government is to integrate all databases for effective administration of the country. Big data analytics, machine learning, and Internet of Things are becoming a reality in Ghana. Government is committed to ensuring efficiency and value for money in the delivery of public services and has rolled out e-government services, including the introduction of paperless port operations, e-procurement, e-parliament, e-justice, e-registrar, and the use of the smart workplace virtual office application, amongst other initiatives.
The President had a word of advice for the auditors in their professional endeavors, stating that being digitally literate will now be a necessary requirement for the professional makeup of all auditors in contemporary times in Ghana.
Institutions such as the Office of the Auditor General, the Internal Audit Agency, EYOCO, and other statutory institutions will be systematically empowered to carry out their mandate to achieve compliance by citizens with relevant laws and policies. Being digitally literate will now be a necessary element in the professional makeup of all auditors.
Taking his turn, the Auditor General, Johnson Ikuamo-Asiedu, expressed readiness to help in the fight against corruption. He said the service has trained its officers in service proficiency. He also confirmed his outfit has presented more reports in Parliament this calendar year than in previous years, as alluded by the President.
First requirement that we noted was staff training. And from the last quarter of 2020 to February 2021, the service trained 1,000 staff in various subjects that are all aimed at enhancing our audit proficiency. And since then, many more officers have had such training, and now training has become a routine feature in the service. Your Excellency, you are aware, just as the board chair said, that for the first time in the history of the service, we were able to submit 12 statutory reports to Parliament before our constitutional deadline of 30th June. That is perfectly true, Your Excellency. But I'm happy to inform you that that wasn't the end of the story. The 12 reports that were sent were quickly followed by 5 more performance audit reports, which gave a total of 17 Auditor General's reports submitted to Parliament in 1 calendar year.
The Christian Council of Ghana, CCG, has condemned the violence between the MPs in the Chamber of Parliament on Monday, December 20, 2021. They also called on MPs to smoke the peace pipe and resolve their outstanding concerns regarding the 2022 budget. The Christian Council, in a statement issued on December 21, indicated that the events on Monday stained the country's democratic credentials. It reminded parliamentarians that debate in Parliament must remain a platform for the exchange of ideas and not an opportunity for confusion and hostility, stressing that Ghanaians voted for them to engage in debate, not boxing. The statement further noted that the country's lawmakers must show the way to protect and deepen democratic processes in the governance system. The Christian Council condemned the episode in Parliament on Monday, stating that what occurred was a negation of Ghana's democratic gains over the past 30 years and called it unacceptable. The Christian Council also advised Parliament was a matter of urgency build consensus to ensure that the nation has a budget to work within 2022, and charge the leadership of Parliament to put measures in place to prevent any future incidents of mayhem. The Christian Council stated proceedings in Parliament must reflect decorum and sanity, and reiterated its commitment to supporting the legislators with prayers in the discharge of their responsibilities. On Monday night, the first Deputy Speaker decided to take leave of the Speaker's chair for the second Deputy Speaker to take charge, which occasioned disagreement from the minority, and the subsequent tussle over the Speaker's sitting area ensued. Dozens of the opposition parliamentarians exchanged fisticuffs with their colleagues on the majority side, while some officials of Parliament tried to protect the Speaker's seat and the mace of Parliament from being attacked. Meanwhile, the House has adjourned sitting to take a break for Christmas and will resume on January 18, 2022. In a related development, the Ghana Police Service has said it is not responsible for the provision of security in the chamber of Ghana's parliament. Therefore, it cannot make any attempt to enter the House for such purposes. Attempting to move in, according to the police, will amount to a violation of the laws of the land. According to the police, they can only come in when the marshal, who was in charge of security in the chamber, refers the matter to them for further investigations into the causes of the disturbances and possible prosecution if the leadership of the House so decides. A statement issued by the service on Tuesday, December 21, said the legal position is that the police have no authority to enter the Chamber of Parliament to undertake any law enforcement venture. Any such act will be in contravention of the laws of the country. This comes at a time Member of Parliament for Fuasa Yorubi, Kojo Ponkroma, has said the Republic of Ghana must address the situation where some lawmakers resort to violence as a way of expressing their disagreements in the House. The Information Minister said violence had never been a legitimate tool to be used when there is a disagreement. At least 375 people are now known to have died after a powerful storm struck the Philippines on Thursday. Super Typhoon Rai, with winds of about 195 kilometers high, sent some 400,000 people running for safety when it hit the country's southeastern islands. At least 500 people were injured and 56 others have been reported missing by local police. Rescue teams have described scenes of complete carnage, but establishing the scale of the losses is difficult as communication through a number of areas has been cut off. There are fears widespread landslides and flooding may have claimed more lives. Thousands of military, Coast Guard and fire personnel have been deployed in the country's worst affected areas to assist with search and rescue efforts. Military aircraft and naval vessels are bringing aid to the worst hit areas. Meanwhile, Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte has conducted an aerial inspection of the areas ravaged by the storm. On average, about 20 storms and typhoons strike the Philippines each year. Rai has since left the country and is moving along China's southeastern coast. It is the most powerful storm to hit the Philippines in 2021 and comes late in the region's typhoon season, with most cyclones developing between July and October. Scientists have long warned that rising global temperatures induced by man-made climate change are causing typhoons to become more powerful and strengthen more rapidly. In other international news, a Madagascan government minister has said he swam for 12 hours to safety and his helicopter crashed at sea during a rescue mission. 2 other security officials traveling with him in the helicopter also survived the crash. The team has been scouting an area in the northeastern part of the country where a passenger boat had sunk. At least 39 people died in that accident, officials said on Tuesday. On Twitter, President Andry Rajoelina mourned those who died and also paid tribute to Mr. Gale and other 2 officers who arrived in the seaside town of Mahambo separately. It's unclear why Monday's accident happened, but Mr. Gale, 57, said after the crash he swam from 7:30 p.m. till morning 7:30 a.m. He said he had no injuries but added that he was feeling cold. Police Chief Zafisambatra Ravovi told reporters that Mr. Gale had used one of the helicopter's seats as a flotation device. Mr. Gill had served in the police for 3 decades before his August appointment as minister.
The Vice President, Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has reiterated government's determination to provide enhanced opportunities for the acquisition of technical and vocational training and skills acquisition in order to provide decent jobs and opportunities for all, especially the youth. Vice President Bawumia emphasized government's commitment to greater skills training and acquisition when he welcomed to the presidency on Monday the 15 gold medal winners of the 2021 World Skills Ghana National Skills Competition, which he launched on October 27th this year. Dr. Bawumia assured the winners, who won from categories as varied as auto body repairs, graphic design technology, carpentry, electrical installation, welding, fashion technology, IT software solutions, bricklaying, mechanical engineering, cooking, hairdressing and beauty therapy that government will continue to invest heavily in TVET in the country. Government, the Vice President assured, will continue to invest huge financial resources in skills training, construction of ultra-modern workshops, training infrastructure and equipment for Ghanaian youth to receive training to become competitive on the global job market. Vice President Bawumia pointed out that as part of implementing the TVET agenda, government is establishing the first ever second cycle applied technical high schools across the country. The schools, he said, will build strategic alliances with community, industry, development partners and government to ensure that it is responsive to the national needs and expectations for socio-economic transformation. Dr. Bawumia assured the winners of the World Skills Ghana National Skills Competition of continued support as they head into the Africa leg of the Global World Skills Competition next year. World Skills International, a group of people and organizations that together advance the shared social objective of increasing the provision of skills, provides a platform for young people to showcase their professional skills through community projects, skills competition, and knowledge exchange. Its 85 member organizations reach 2/3 of the world's population and have helped to build the confidence of millions of young people, empowering communities and fueling economies. Ghana is the 81st member and the first West African country to join World Skills International.